listen, I want to thank everyone who has commented on, watched, and played Supreme Heroes, and Avium as well. It truly means a lot, and it's what drives the content on this channel. As you know, I'm a solo developer, cranking out what I can on my own. If you want to continue supporting, please consider subscribing to the channel, and keep those comments coming. I'll keep you up to date on events concerning the Citroverse and Avium. Check out more videos on the channel, and keep it real. Got my mic on this time. Alright, so you can play along if you want. I'll be playing on the PS5 controller, but I do recommend playing on the Xbox controller because the glyphs have been programmed for Xbox and mouse and keyboard. So, yeah, let's jump in. Give me a second here. Alright, want to make sure that my audio is alright. Okay. Looks like we're good. Alright. It might be a little bit loud. Yeah, let's turn that down just a touch. Just a tad more. Alright. So we'll be picking up where we left off yesterday. At the lake where we can access that hidden level if we have the right abilities. So you will want to make sure that you're checking your advances and just basically seeing if you have the skill points, which you get from orb counts. Let's turn down that music a bit.
Orb for tap.
Okay, that's a little bit better. So yeah, you'll want to make sure that you have the orb count or skill points. The term is interchangeable here. So you can purchase those abilities and you'll be able to access the next level. But we have a couple of things to do first before going to that level, so allow me to show you that. So over here, we've explored this area before, but I added some new things here. So you can slice obstacles or part of the environment. You'll notice that your orb count goes down, so yeah, you want to be careful of that. Yeah, they're tougher now. So if you remember, like at the beginning, you know, they could land a few hits and we were okay. But yeah, they get tougher as you get tougher. So yeah. Right now, Flurry's doing pretty good. She's yeah, did pretty good here. Teamwork. So anyway, as I was saying, you can slice some of these light posts, but if you watch your orb count, that'll go down, and you'll get a message saying you're being villainous. Watch your actions. If you do that when you have 0 orbs, something interesting will happen, and it'll be a part of the game, part of the story. I guess I could say what it is. I didn't want to spoil it, but yeah, you'll get arrested. Well, that is if you stop and wait for the police. So you can run, but it'll some notifications will appear on your HUD, basically showing that you're wanted, and yeah, the police will pursue you. So yeah. So there's that. One other thing, we've already beaten the boss yesterday, so that's something you can do day after day. You can see how many revivals he has now. I believe it was 4 yesterday. I may be mistaken, but yeah, it's 5 now. So yeah, there's definitely some progression there. But anyway, one last thing before we go to that hidden level. Let's go ahead and take care of the dark totems. Just a little side quest here that involves destroying some pottery. Anyway, it says pottery that contain traces of Nigel's spirit. Destroy all of them to prevent future invasions. So we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff you can just destroy. But mostly what we want to look for are the pots, vases, and all that. The torches too, if you saw in the side quests, those are part of your side quests, but mostly I know for sure that we can take care of the pottery in one go through here. So that completes that. Just extra little things you can do. In the real game, it won't all be in one shot, one place. So that's just like a little preview of what can happen. But yeah, let's make our way to the level beneath the lake. I do want to make sure that we have some potions. So let's go and buy some of those. Oh, you know what? Cooked meat and some burgers, soda. Oh wait, you know what? We can't forget our protein shake, obviously. So let's get that, and yeah, I think we're prepared now. Right, Citron. Just want to make sure everything's okay here.
Orb vitality.
Okay, that is our first bug. So let me quit out of this. So that was a sound bug, as you saw. And one of our first bugs, which is good to know. So that happens when you're in the sound the sound settings for the game, and it's when you're going over the different options, choosing where you want the sound to be. That we can correct that. That's a easy fix. But yeah, we're gonna restart the game here. And in this stream, we'll basically go over. So we went over the side quest there, being able to kind of complete objectives along the way. We'll dive into let's see. Yeah, we'll dive into the advances a bit more, and then kind of demonstrate that final level. Just some of the obstacles that you'll come across, and then some of the abilities that you'll need to overcome those obstacles. So I have the game on mute right now. We've already seen all of this footage. This is the sort of preview into the future of Jake, or Citro, and kind of 2 years ahead, showing his the start of his revenge path, and kind of briefly going over the tragedy that he has faced. Not diving too deep into it, but kind of giving you a glimpse of something that has happened and the sort of darkness that he's embraced going forward. So yeah. So this is our main character, but 2 years in the future. And it's good to know about these bugs. That's why we're testing. That's why we have this phase. So if you come across any of these kinds of bugs, please let me know in the Discord. I'm also active on YouTube as well, Twitter, but mostly Discord and YouTube. And yeah, I'd be happy to know your feedback, any sort of issues you're facing, what could be improved, what you like about it. Yeah, things you enjoy, because it's been fun developing, and I know where I want to take the story, but I mostly need feedback on the gameplay mechanics, how it feels, especially on the controllers, and the keyboard and mouse as well. I'm a console controller player, so that's just my preference, but it does work on keyboard and mouse. The glyphs will reflect whatever type of input you're using as far as Xbox and keyboard and mouse. So please do let me know what you find. And we'll go ahead and jump in. I think the shaders are all loaded. Yep. So and if you do come across something like that, restart the game, and it should take you back to, if you have a save file, if you've been saving, it'll take you back to where you were last. We'll go ahead and readjust the volume here. And yeah. So that was right before I started purchasing items. Purchase our meat again. Oh, we ran out of room. Alright, let's go ahead and sell some stuff. We don't need, we don't really need the metals anymore, so we'll sell those. And make sure we have all of our previous items. So burger, soda, yeah, all that stuff. So, and yeah, we're ready to go, ready to jump in. Oh, and let's see. Yes, okay, yeah. Okay. We do need some orbs in order to purchase some more abilities, so luckily we have some people to fight here. Oops. Whoa. Yeah, when they flash red like that, that is an unblockable attack. So you'll always want to make sure you're dodging. If they glow yellow, that means it's a blockable attack, but it's not 100% guaranteed. When they glow green, that means you can do a perfect parry, like that, except I didn't time it right. That guy shooting is probably the most annoying one. We'll take care of him in a minute. Yeah, cool. So you'll notice that if you're outnumbered, yeah, it quickly becomes quite the fight for your life. You know, one-on-one, not too bad, but yeah, you definitely want to plan things out before going up against numerous enemies. So let's see what we got here. So our counter flip, that's a good one. Directional dodge, of course. Enlightened attacks. Oh yeah, glide, that's always necessary. Your slide. We'll fight a couple more guys so we can unlock just a few more abilities, and then we'll head to that level under the lake. This guy again. Yeah, your enlightened attacks are definitely a huge help. Because usually that combo is unbreakable. You just tap twice, and you watch him unload against your enemy, and then at the same time you're building up your hit counter, getting a chance to earn more orbs. And what we want is this guy here, character abilities. that's pretty much the only one left. So it'll tell you what you need as you come across the area for entering that hidden level, and I just know already that we'll need character abilities. So let's go ahead and face a boss. See, so it kind of restarted here. So now he's back to 3 revivals. So he should be relatively easy to beat. We'll see. Oh. Oh man. Oh dang, okay. There I go. And it's important that you return to the area that you were defeated, because as you see now, I have 0 orbs. Yeah, that's kind of standard for these types of games, you know. Kind of like Dark Souls a little bit. Just a tad. Alright. Oops. Ah, dang. There I go. One shot. Alright, I'm definitely going to save a little bit closer, so we don't have to restart at that save point. Like, maybe right here. Take down these minions first. See, this is why you want to have a companion along. It makes it a ton easier, but you do have to unlock that ability to summon your companions. Oh, dang, he came out of nowhere. Still got me. One shot. This guy. Just want to take this guy out. Yeah. All right. Now I can focus on this one. And something, you know what? I'm gonna try something new here, just to make it a little bit easier. I'm gonna try to go with. Oh, you know what? I didn't unlock his freeze yet, so that won't work. We'll just pummel him. Oops. Oh, alright. Alright, we're gonna have to find a new a new respawn area. Yeah, he is. This guy's tough. Oh man. Well, you know what? Let me just actually just get my orbs and run, and I think we have enough orbs to. I think we've got enough from all of his minions. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, I think that's enough. We're good. See you later. We're good. Yeah, they're tough. So if I was making it look easy before, that's because I had like all of the equipment, all of the advanced weapons, which we restarted briefly, and so now, well, I actually still have. So that's what it looks like when you don't have, you know, some of these good weapons, these better weapons. So I was using the Lord's Blade. So yeah, you really want to try to find some of the better weapons in the game, craft better weapons, otherwise it becomes a chore. But let's go ahead and upgrade. Awesome, so that's what you want to hear, basically, and you want to see this new reticle that appears. That means that your telekinesis is now active. We can go ahead and demonstrate what that looks like. Just really quick before we head into that level. We have some like batteries here. So when we're holding down the magic input, which is R1 on PS5 controllers or RB on Xbox controllers, and it's C on the keyboard, when we hold that down near an object, we can, you know, lift it up, move it around, and then, you know, let go of it. That comes into play later on, and also with enemies. I'm curious, maybe now I'm strong enough to use it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Take that, man. Okay, so there's some boom. So just upgrade your abilities, and you'll find that you can you can take down some of these annoying bosses. So just gotta keep progressing, basically. You know, get powerful enough, and yeah, you'll be unstoppable. So that's another core of this game is I want you to feel powerful, and but it's not gonna be easy at first. You have to, you know, obviously you have to work at it. So yeah, we're ready to. At least I think we're ready. We'll see what it says. So yeah, that question mark there, that's where we want to head. Ah, PC access. All right, so that's another ability we need. Okay, flashlight, that's kind of a prerequisite. You need door access. There's PC access. And since we're here, might as well re-unlock Citrovision. And let's upgrade our attack acceleration. Get a dash. What else? Okay, that's pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We should be ready now. Yeah. So you'll see the good luck when we're ready to go. Okay. And so you may recognize this level from before. The older project, yeah, it had a cinematic that opened up with this level and a couple of other cinematics in between, but I'm just gonna go ahead and play through as I normally do. I'll be pretty quiet for this part, just because it's basically gonna test what abilities you have, and so yeah, just gonna play through. Alright, that's what we want. That's the only way we can leave this level. So all of that for a weapon. And the reason why is because we went into it a little bit before, but Derek has the power of lightning, and he can also move as fast as lightning in certain moments. So we'll want to do that. For this, because you can see that there is a gap in the fan blades, and that's pretty much our only way of escape. But it's moving way too fast, so yeah. Character ability, yeah, that's what we want. Yep. And yeah, that does it for that level. I know that was kind of a lot, hard to keep up, but like, I've played through it multiple times at this point, so oh, then we get a little trivia at the end. Test your wisdom. Answer correctly for XP. Fire damage typically increases an enemy sphere. That is true in this game, so you'll get a little boost to your XP. And then we head back to the test level. So yeah, that was the dam, the Some City Dam, and that one will be a part of the game when it's fleshed out a little bit more. But yeah, that's basically kind of, there'll be areas like that test your abilities for, you know, rewards like weapons, XP, orbs, things like that. So yeah, there will be some platforming involved, as you saw, like that. And now we can, I mean, now that we have more orbs, we can purchase, you know, a companion's help, the ability to summon a companion. And then I kind of want to buy flight though, so just so that way we can get around easier without getting out of breath. So let's see, one of our weapons, yes, this one, well, technically both of these, but Dynamic Claymore is just more powerful than the Paladin. So plus you get, I think it's 4 wings. Yeah, so that's always pretty cool. I wanted to so the inspiration for this form, right on, welcome, man. This form was inspired by one of the popular characters in Final Fantasy, except this guy has, you know, light wings. He's more on the light side than the dark side, and instead of a giant katana, he's got a sort of long sword. Yeah, but he's just as skilled, just as fast, and I think this combo goes up to 13. Let's see. Yeah. And this is the one that has the plus 23 damage. So, yeah, you want to be you want to have that one equipped when you're facing bosses. Makes it a ton easier. But yeah, this one was a little bit shorter. I just wanted to go over that last level, kind of show you some of the obstacles that you'll face in the real game, the types of obstacles you'll face. You know, sometimes we'll have some wall running where it'll just be wall to wall running, and sometimes you'll even have like grind rail. You have to jump, kind of inspired by Ratchet and Clank, the older games, classic games. where you just jump from rail to rail. So there'll be some of those obstacles. And, you know, interspersed between all of that will be, you know, your classic cinematics. So, but yeah, that sort of wraps up the stream for today. There were a couple things I wanted to... yes, that's right. So before I forget, we'll dive a little bit more into the advances. And I'll be using the mouse here instead of the controller, so you can see that, yeah, the glyphs have changed to reflect what kind of input you're using. But yeah, so basically the ones that have your like a body that looks like it's running, those are your motion abilities, and motion is pretty tied pretty tightly to teleporting. So teleportation is basically your motion. So any type of motion ability kind of has an indirect connection to teleporting. And then super strength, one of your other abilities. So like we said in the first video, you have telekinesis, teleportation, and super strength. And so all of these abilities relate to those three abilities in some way. So you've got the swords and shield that represents your super strength. So yeah, you see a few of those here, and of course telekinesis, the mind, this brain here, that represents abilities that are loosely or tightly connected to telekinesis. So all of your magic casting, you know, your short spells, medium spells, long spells, you know, even your Cytrovision. Yeah, all of that is kind of connected to your telekinesis. And yeah, we have enough now to... Like I said, this one is my favorite here because it fully unlocks your max speed with your swings, and that definitely helps in a pinch when you're... Yeah, so now we'll go over that combo again, that 13 hit combo, and you'll see that he completes it a lot faster. So yeah, he's pretty much at the speed of that Final Fantasy VII character that I won't mention by name, but it's pretty inspired by. Yes. But yeah, so let's see what else. Oh yeah, the help menu here. So this is here for some lore. You get to learn a little bit more about sort of it starts off with the basics of the game. So your orb vitality, orb gauge, basically your health and your magic or stamina. Goes over different, your forms even, and then there are some, yeah,
There are two different
some that are narrated. And then you can kind of go over different pages on your keys and console controller. So I do have to update these. These are from the demo, and some of the abilities have changed just slightly. So I do have to update your friends' information. But for the most part, it describes how they are from the book. So yeah, got their ages, birthdays, and all that. Oh yeah, and then when you pick up weapons, that they get populated here as well. I wanted to see if I could pick up a weapon still, but I think we picked up pretty much all the weapons in this. Oh no, you know what? There is one at the top of this building, so it's gonna be a sort of a challenge to get up there. No, not really. As long as we have teleportal. So let's get rid of this one. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Hey, you know what? We found a second bug here. So the menu. Well, anyway, I was pretty much done anyway, but that is another bug that I can fix. The menu appears twice, but yeah, that pretty much wraps up the stream for today. And yeah, we demonstrated that level. We went into sort of the interconnectivity of those advances, kind of tie them to the three abilities that Jake has: teleportation, telekinesis, and super strength. Those are his main powers, and like we discussed earlier, telekinesis is sort of the starting point in the umbrella of psychokinesis. So psychokinesis is sort of the general term, but your starting point is telekinesis, and from there you can learn other kinesis abilities, by, like, training, opening your mind more. If you're leaning toward fire-based abilities, that's pyrokinesis, of course. Ice, cryokinesis, hydrokinesis. All of your kinesis abilities can be learned to some degree, but yeah, usually you start in telekinesis and then you work your way up. So that's why he has access to other kinesis abilities, kind of like slowing down time with Derek. He has electrokinesis, but then there's some chronokinesis in there as well, so time manipulation. So that's how that works. That's why it works that way. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the screen to, yeah, full size here, and give me 1 second here. Just getting my glasses here so we can chat, answer some questions. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I didn't have my window up, but now we can chat, answer some questions. I see you there, Speeding V. Thanks, V3. Thanks for joining. Hey, Rachel. Thanks for joining. Yes, that is correct. Thanks for that question. The question is, he has access to other levels of telekinesis. Yep, that's the perfect way to put it. So he starts off with telekinesis, and then by mastering telekinesis, the movement of objects, you can go deeper into the movement of atoms. And so that's kind of why pyrokinesis is next, because you go into those atoms, rapidly move those atoms, and then influence those atoms to move faster and faster until you activate like a spontaneous combustion, basically. And there you go, pyrokinesis. Then you can start to manipulate that and learn how to manipulate that. Cryokinesis, slow down those atoms. Hydrokinesis, it basically, it allows you to tap into those other abilities. But for Jake, he never attains a complete mastery over those other kinesis abilities. They're only ever sort of basic abilities. And someone like Geyser, who has a mastery in hydrokinesis, yeah, that is his element. He can control all things water-based, so ice, solids, liquids, gases, anything water-based. That's going to be his area of expertise, and he really demonstrates that in the book. Like, he'll take perspiration and be able to form that into ice daggers. So like in almost any situation, he's not completely helpless. He's very skilled, pretty deadly. Yes. And then for speeding, I see your question there as well. Speeding V3. Yes, that is correct. So that form that you saw, the one with the wings, silver wings, and the longsword, one of my favorite forms, that is his final form. And it's it's called a lord form. So it's when you look into your documents and you see, you kind of read up on the history, it describes it as like being a couple steps below like the status of deity. But it's basically like he's so close to being like an angel. He's that powerful. And the reason why he has that is because he's not going to abuse it. He's not, um, he's not going to abuse that power. So that's why he can earn that kind of form. Um, Whereas someone like Geyser, on the other hand, he'll only ever have access to water-based abilities. Like there's no leaving that that area of kinesis ability. He can totally master it, but he's not going to be able to learn something like pyrokinesis, or something like aerokinesis, the manipulation of air. The closest he could come to that is like turning invisible through the use of like going into steam. Like he can transform into steam, so he's less visible. But as far as like manipulating the air to into currents, yeah, he can't do that. Yeah, he is reminiscent of Hazmat in the hood, and that's kind of my go-to with imagery for kind of like semi-villain. Um, yeah, I like when characters wear hoods. That's kind of like, yeah. So when he wears the hood, when he dons the hood, you can tell that there is a change in his state. You know, wearing the silver armor, that reflects him being, your knight in shining armor. But when he dons the hood and it's, an all black cloak, you know, obviously something has changed, something has gotten darker. I kind of like to represent that in their physical looks. So, yeah, that becomes big later on. Yeah, he does look like an assassin. Yes. Let's see. A couple other things. Yeah, so that island that we went to, that one is it's going to be in the real game, and it's where we do all the training for our motion abilities. So it's not just some random island or an Easter egg. It's supposed to be an island off the coast of California because Jake and all his friends live on the coast. They live in some city, which is a fictional city in California. So the crew, that's what they call themselves. The crew occasionally make trips to the island whenever they have something big planned, and usually it's Caleb who's doing the planning since he's the oldest. Yeah, and um, oh, hey, no worries, man. I understand. Yeah, the dog needs to walk, man. She's she's staring at you. That's funny. Yeah, I know the stare, man. Definitely. Yep. Yeah, no worries, man. You take care. Thanks for popping in, and yeah, we're about wrapping up here. Gonna answer some more questions, but yeah, thank you. Appreciate you coming by, man. And so yeah, I sure will, man. Thank you. Take it easy. Um, yeah, so there were two bugs of note, and they were mostly like menu related. So uh, still pretty big, but as far as gameplay, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. But yeah, definitely want to get those bugs fixed. And yeah, that's what these playtests are for. And if you notice anything, you know, during your gameplay, yeah, let me know. Post a question either here on YouTube or on Discord. Um, yeah, I definitely value all your feedback. Right on. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, so during your gameplay, you'll have NPCs to interact with, evidence pickups, lore, health pickups for achievements. As you saw, we achieved, I think it was the max health retrieval achievement. Then there'll be ingots for crafting blades, destructibles like the light post and all those vases that we destroyed. Um, so those will give you stamina recovery, and they're also for achievements. Um, there'll be there'll be there will be some places to ride your Citron or sand slide. Um, yeah, so it's definitely going to be fun working on and getting that out there for you to play. But yeah, awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah, I want to thank everyone for being here, and it's been really fun. I hope you're enjoying Avium as well as Supreme Heroes, and yeah, just let me know if you have any issues, questions. Hit me up on the Discord, drop a comment, uh, share the video if you found it helpful, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, take care.